Hey everybody, welcome to Big Valley Living. Today we are enjoying a family barbecue and several people asked us to make the baked bean recipe that we both grew up on, even though our families, didn't even live near each other. Kind of a good old American recipe, and we decided to show you how we make it. It's quite delicious, don't you think?
It is. And this is the best day of the year to be an American in the United States of America.
Next time you see us, we'll be making it, and then we'll see you when we're done for the taste test.
Go
Thanks.
freedom!
So here we go. I already got all of the ingredients ready and measured them out so that I can make sure you know what the measurements are. So I'm going to be using my mom's old roaster. This is how we've always made baked beans when we make it for a crowd. And we are having a family celebration today. So I'm going to be making a lot. We're going to start with a number 10 can, or 7 pounds, 5 ounces of Van Camp's pork and beans. It is important to note that this is the brand that we use. Now when you look at it, there's a little bit of excess juice in there. I'm actually going to drain some of that off before I put it in the bowl. So this is it drained. I took those 2 little pieces of pork out because I'm going to throw some bacon on top. And I probably got rid of about a half a cup to a cup because we're going to be adding some ketchup and mustard and molasses, which will add some juice to it. So in the big bowl it goes. Got a pretty clean pour. I'm just going to kind of mix it up a tiny bit. First thing I'm going to add to it is 1 cup of ketchup. I just used Heinz ketchup. This is not carb friendly, so if you are watching your carbs, you might want to just go to another section of the table. Add a little bit of that, and then we're going to add 1/2 of a cup of prepared yellow mustard. And we use the old squeeze bottle that we've all been using forever. French's is the brand that we use here. And the funny thing about this is that the first time I met who became my mother-in-law, we had a barbecue and she asked, well, how do you make your baked beans? Like, she was all suspect that I wasn't going to do it right for her son. And I gave her the ingredients and she said, oh my God, that's exactly how we make it. Now I'm looking at this and I can tell you right now, I want to have a little more ketchup in there, so I'll be right back. I went ahead and added 1 more full cup of ketchup because it was just getting a little bit too yellow for me. Okay, so we want it to be back to being more of a reddish orange color. That is really the best way to tell if you have the right amount of ketchup. And the reason it took me a couple of tries there is that I just usually squeeze it into the beans directly and then mix it up. So let's see. Yeah, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take about 2/3 of a cup of molasses, and we're going to add that. I'll try to keep my hand out of your face there. That just adds a little bit more depth. Mix that in a little bit. Make sure you just get it all in there and incorporated. And then I took, you can use 1.5 to 2 cups of packed light brown sugar. We do like, our whole family likes it on the sweet side, and that is why I use that much. You can do it to taste. If you don't want to use that much, you don't need to. But as you can see, it is really turning into be a really deep brown color. And I don't even have to try this and tell you it is exactly the way we want it. Now what we're going to do is add 2 cups of chopped onion. This is a good sized medium onion, and I just chopped it into small chunks. It's going to cook off and get a little bit smaller and soft in the oven. And oh, it smells so good. I have already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I've got this all incorporated here. And then one more thing that is optional is a slice of bacon, and we lay ours on top It's just traditional, so it's what we do. And then it just imparts it renders its fat over the top of it and gives it a richer flavor. So I'll be right back when it's in the pan. So we have it in a pan that we have lightly coated with oil. I actually didn't have any nonstick spray oil, so I just threw a little bit of veggie oil in there and made sure that what you're really trying to do is to keep it from sticking to the bottom and the sides, because it's going to get bubbly and there's a lot of sugar in there. So it just saves for cleanup later on. Now I'm going to lay some bacon on top. You could do long strips if you want. I just want some even distribution. You can eat this later if you want, or you can just discard it after it's baked. I'm now going to cover this pan. By the way, this turkey roaster has been in the family for probably 25 or 30 years, so it's just traditional to use it. Now we're going to place it into our preheated 350 degree Fahrenheit oven, and I'm going to check it in approximately 2 hours. Okay, so it's been 2.5 hours at 350 Fahrenheit in the oven. Open it away from yourself. Look at those beans. Oh my gosh. So I'm not thinking that I am going to need to put them back in the oven. What I am going to do is just set them on the stove top, and I'm going to keep the lid on it so that they don't dry out. Let me stir them so that you can see. This is exactly what we want them to look like, everybody. Look at that. Oh my goodness. They're not sticking to the sides, just the tiniest bit, and that's why you want to use that oil to line it. And the bacon, like I said, can be removed, but this is perfect. This is exactly how they should be. Thick, sweet, and just a little tangy from that mustard. So there you have it. This is baked beans, Big Valley Living style. Well, the moment of truth is here. They turned out very, very well. I showed you in the pan there before we dished them up. What do you think?
They're pretty darn yummy. No, I love baked beans, so.
They taste like they should?
They're so good.
Sweet?
Yeah, they're perfect. They're absolutely perfect.
Yay, success.
If you try this recipe, this is baked beans to me. It's so good.
All right, everybody, be kind to one another. Happy Independence Day.
See you later, everybody.
Thanks for joining us at Big Valley Living. Please share this video if you like it, and hit that like button. That helps us out a great deal. And don't forget to subscribe.
We may have wanted to do that before we said, see you later, everybody.
Maybe. Bye.